Hi, Wayne Wallace here, and today I'm going to be doing a video to show people how to debug their HTML code and find their problems. So Robin submitted this post, and she basically said that she's got a bunch of space, like double and triple space in her post, and she can't find it. And so I'm going to show people how to debug their source code and find their problems. Okay, here we go, Robin. Okay. So here we are in the WordPress page editor, and we're in the visual mode. See this right up in here? We're in the visual mode. So we can add links, and we can add text and bold it and put all these fancy graphics, formatting on it. So this is what it's going to look like. All right? But you see how there's all these spaces in here, and we may not like those spaces. So if we click on this text button right here, that's going to show us the text view of that. And then we can see all the code that's in there and see if there's any problems with it. You can see that she's got a space right here, she's got a space right here, and she's got a space right here. So let's take a look at why that is. So there's one after Wealthy Affiliate Review title, there's one after name, and then there's one after overall ranking. So let's take a look at where those could be. I'm going to show you how to debug the source code, and I can see where the problems are immediately, but let's teach you how to debug it. So you've got a title, and most likely you're using an H tag, and you're using a 3. So you've got an H3 here, closing tag, and an H3 starting tag here. That's perfect. Okay. Down here you've got a space underneath Wealthy Affiliate Review, and it's because of this H3 tag. You don't need this. You can get rid of this. Okay. If you want a space, then just put a space. Don't put a blank H3 tag, because Google's going to say, well, it says there's a heading here, but there's no heading. Why is that? So you don't want to do that. Then we've got our image, okay, our graphic that you put in there. So here's the beginning and the end of the caption. So that's code. That code's fine. You can disregard that. Now we get down to here to the name, Wealthy Affiliate spot, and we see you've got a opening tag and a closing tag, which is good. You always need an opening and closing tag. Now your next line is supposed to be a website, so it's supposed to look the same as this H3, right? So you've got a H3 here, and then we'll keep on looking. Okay, keep on looking, and now here's your next H3. Well, if you want to make this an H3, it needs to be up here. Well, it needs to be at the end of this span right here. So you need to take this and move it up here. Okay? And then this next line is just a price for starter membership. This next line is owners Kyle and Carson. And this next line is overall ranking. And so all that's fine. And then you've got a NBSP here, which means non-breaking space. So you've got another space right here. And then you've got Introduction to Wealthy Affiliate with a B for bold. Okay. So you have several problems here. Let's go clean this code off and start it over. Okay. So you're fine with the H3 here. Okay. That's perfect, because that's a heading. That's where you want an H3. Get rid of this. The image is fine. Down here, this is not an H3. This Wealthy Affiliate, that's just a regular part of your paragraph. So what you want to do is you want to take this out, okay, or replace it with a P for paragraph. And then what you can do is come all the way down to here, and put a P, and that'll make it one big paragraph. And then each one of these you want on a separate line, so you need to take out this heading tag because this is wrong. But what we can put in the place of this is a BR. So anytime you put a single BR, this is the only tag that you don't need. Let me redraw that. That doesn't look very good. So it's a BR. Okay. And if it's at the end, which it always is going to be at the end, you're going to put that /BR. Okay. So stick that right in there. That's going to break, line break. It's going to be like hitting carriage return on your keyboard. So you're going to type Welty affiliate carriage return. And that's the BR inside the brackets. You don't need an opening bracket for this one. This is the only one that you don't need an opening bracket for. Okay? So just put a BR there. And then you can put a BR here at the end of this. And you can put a BR here at the end of this, and at the end of this, and over here. You don't need a BR after this because it's the end of the paragraph. Okay? But if you're going to put another line, then you need another BR right there. Usually what I try and do is I try and line up all my tags. So I would actually take this paragraph tag and move it down all the way over to the front here. This you don't need. This is a non-breaking space. Take that out, and then move your P code right here. So now you can look and see, oh, I got opening, closing. Here's my opening tag, and here's my closing tag. That's one big paragraph. And then over here you got a BR and a BR and a BR. Anytime you want that tight spacing in between your text, then this is how you need to do it. You need to put that line of code in, and then BR it, and then come right down to the next line, and then put that other next line in and BR it. So that's how you get those nice tight spaces. And then the default natural spacing that's put into your CSS code is going to control how big the spacing is around this header tag right here. So you don't even need to put any code in here because it's built into the CSS code how big to make this space and how big to make these letters. So you don't even need to worry about space after that. It's going to automatically do it. And then everything else looks fine. Oh, one more thing. Down here, you've got Introduction to Welty Affiliate bold. Well, it really doesn't make sense that you start out with a H3 up here, and then you get down here and you do a bold. It just doesn't make sense. So, if this is the first thing on the website, then it should be like a H2. But maybe this is further down in your page, so it could be okay that this is a 3. And maybe if this is part of this logical group right here, this H3 group, then I guess it's okay that it could be a B, but maybe you'd want to make it a H4, right? Because if this is an H3, you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into that subject of H3. So you'd want to have headings that are 4 or 5. Okay? But once you get down that low, usually you can just do either a bold or you don't need to go that deep. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Those are all the things that you can do to debug your source code and fix it and make it look a whole lot better.